Have you ever noticed how hard it is to admit when you've made a bad choice? Like, you pick a restaurant that turns out to be terrible, but you still insist it wasn't bad. That's not just stubbornness. It's actually a psychological phenomenon called choice supportive bias. And trust me, it's way more common than you think. So, what is this bias all about? Basically, once I make a decision, my brain starts working overtime to make me feel good about it. Even if evidence stacks up that I was wrong, I'll find myself focusing on the positives and brushing off the negatives just to protect my ego. Imagine I just bought a new phone. A week later, a freakishly better model comes out. Suddenly, I notice myself talking up my phone's unique features, downplaying all the things it can't do, and convincing everyone, myself included, that I made the right call. Sound familiar? This isn't just about phones or food, though. Choice supportive bias shows up in almost every area of life. Relationships, politics, even career moves. Once I've committed to a path, it becomes part of my identity. So if someone challenges my decision, it can feel like they're attacking me personally. That's when the bias really kicks in. But why does my brain do this? Well, it all comes down to comfort. Admitting I was wrong is uncomfortable, sometimes even painful. My mind wants to keep things positive and avoid that awkward feeling of regret or embarrassment. So it rewrites the story, highlighting every possible reason why my choice was the best one. Here's the catch: this bias can keep me stuck. If I never admit that I made a mistake, I miss out on learning and growing. I might even double down on a bad decision just to avoid facing the truth. That's why understanding choice supportive bias is so important, especially for psychology students like me, who need to spot these patterns in myself and others. So what can I do about it? First, I try to stay curious. Ask myself, am I defending this choice because it's truly the best, or just because I made it? Second, I listen to feedback, even if it stings. And finally, I remind myself that changing my mind isn't weakness. It's actually a sign of growth. So next time you catch yourself stubbornly defending a questionable choice, remember, it's not just you. It's your brain trying to look after you. Spot the bias, own it, and let yourself learn from every decision, good or bad.